That's right.
Yes.
I'll make sure I say that.
That's right.
Watch our feet get cut off on 2 of them.
No, it won't.
Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of WFO Wednesdays. Casey Call, 2024 Granite State Pro Stock Series champion in the house with us. Mike Parks over here. Change of plans. Both of our guests bailed.
Yeah, Brian sent me a text or
Yep.
sent you a text. I'm sure they're getting ready. They have
a massive family emergency that happened. So
Oh, okay.
Brian will not be here.
I figured they were thrashing on race cars because I know
Our thoughts
they get busy.
are with them. Unfortunately, it's not my stuff to put out there. So
I do nothing about it. So
and I don't know what's going on with Bruce. So I think he just got scared.
no. Andrew said he had something come up, and we appreciate him getting back to us, and we'll have him on. We'll have him on down the road.
We'll get him on here eventually. I mean,
absolutely.
Casey Call's been on here twice now.
Yeah,
Yep.
Casey came up today to get a little testing in for the Granite State race on Sunday, so we thought we'd throw him on and talk a little pro stock racing before the weekend and see where we're at.
Yeah, it kind of worked out.
It kind of worked out. Yeah.
How'd the car go out there?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, it was good. Considering that we had to, do another rear clip on it.
What?
Oh yeah. So we came here and practiced. The first open practice you guys had, and the
Yep.
car was really good. Went over to Lee and first
right.
lap, first turn, backed it into the fence. Couldn't figure out what happened.
Practice day? Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't over there.
Couldn't
that day.
figure
All
out
right.
what happened, and turns out rear brakes were the culprit of that. So.
Damn.
Yeah, the brake bias adjuster was wrong, and it was actually just full rear brake.
Probably
So-
not going to be able to open that anytime soon. Sorry, guys. I was trying to sneak that open.
So you were happy with the car? Of
Oh,
course,
yeah,
you got-
absolutely.
You got junk tires on the car.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Feel.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Mark broke it.
I broke it. Hold on 1 minute, guys. It's rebooting.
What the fuck?
All right. Get to pop on here. There we go. All right. We should be back on with the audio. Let's see. Why don't you talk now? See if I can
Are
hear-
we good?
All
Are
right.
we
I think
here?
we're good.
Okay. Which
So-
Mark broke it.
No, just the mixer popped off.
Yeah. So
We've done, how many shows have we done? God, hundreds at this point, and that's never happened.
Yeah.
That's the same mixer we've used for all of it.
yeah. So
Can
we were
hear
talk-
you now, someone says. Good.
So we were talking old tires, happy with the car. So put 4 feel goods on it come Sunday, and you should be good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, we were shooting for a specific feel for today, and definitely got that and some. Made some good adjustments and some gains on it that we wanted to do last year before we had to switch cars, and I'm excited for. And she's off again.
Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. All right, well, they can still kind of hear us because we're on the other mixer, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, guys. Sorry, I have no idea.
You have too much stuff plugged in.
No.
That was the same setup we used the other night,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they can still hear, so.
Oh, they can?
Yeah.
So they can hear us, so we're talking. So
Yeah, so you can talk, so.
Oh, okay. All right. We just can't hear.
Yeah, we can't hear ourselves, so.
Oh, okay. I don't really need it. So I don't have to wear this thing anymore?
No, you don't, but it's going to pop on, and I'm going to wear it because I like to hear myself.
Okay,
So
all right. So
if it goes off again, you guys will get to see me throw it right out of the lights out loud. So.
nice. Okay. So, anyways, tires. You'll have your 4 feel goods, 125 laps. Patience or go.
Especially for my first year, patience. You got to save that right rear, because if you kill it, you're going to be in for a long 125 laps.
Yeah, and to be honest, the reason it's 125 is I wanted to add that tire drop off to change the race up
Well,
a
I
little
feel
bit.
like the Americans definitely don't have the fall off that
not
the
in
Hoosiers do.
not in 100. Because you can at Claremont you can go hard for 100 laps.
Oh yeah, I watched Ray Christian do that for 100 laps, and I mean he was sideways off the turn every lap, and still didn't change anything.
Yeah. 125, you got to rethink that a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Because the
definitely.
last 25, you get that little bit of tire drop off, and it could definitely change the race up a little bit. And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's why I like this type of racing too, compared to like the short. Like I like the 40 lappers just because like on a local level it's fun, just buy two
Get
tires,
up on the wheel and go.
just go. But like I like the longer races because it's more, I wouldn't say strategy, but there is a little bit of strategy as the driver. You kind of make yourself a game plan.
Yeah.
And
Anything from like 75 and up, you gotta rethink it a little bit. The
Right.
tire we're on, it's pretty solid. So most places we go, you can go hard for 100.
Right. I feel like you can beat up the Americans pretty hard for a little time and let them cool off.
Yeah,
and they'll still be there.
you can back it down for 3 or 4 laps and just
Right.
ride, and
Right.
they'll come back.
Even
for
over at
sure.
Lee, which is crazy because Lee's pretty abrasive and it likes to chew up tires. So
Yeah. So what's your plan for the year besides Granite State? What are we doing? Are we going to go to Lee some on Friday nights, off and on when the schedule allows?
Yeah, that'll be kind of the plan. We got the 2 star races on our schedule just because I love Star. I can't miss that. So we were supposed to be there.
and all your sponsors are from that area too.
Right.
You know, so
yeah, like for Scott's Roofing. I mean, he's
Absolutely.
10 minutes down the road from Star. So
Yep. And
it's close for him.
And he's a great supporter of
Oh,
Lee
absolutely.
Speedway and yourself, and that's
Yep. Yeah, so that'll be kind of that, and see if I can't mosey my way down south at some point and go do something down there in a super. And
How far down south?
just North Carolina. I'd like to go down and run like at the Freedom Factory, just because I think that's cool what they have going on down there.
That's I was fortunate enough one time we ran South Boston.
Yeah,
And
that place looks cool.
It's just fun. It's when you travel and you do shit like that, no pressure, no nothing. You just go, you
Right.
race, you have fun. Nobody knows who you are basically
Right.
when you go,
Right.
and there's no expectations at all. So if you do good, it's makes you feel that much better.
Right. The only problem is just traveling so much money nowadays, that, and then with the price of racing, the cost of racing these cars is just to travel down south. It's hard for a guy, like me and my dad and my family to go and do just because it's a lot of money. So
Yeah.
fortunately, I got some good people backing me. So hopefully we can,
That's what
make
it
something
takes.
work.
If you need the financial backing of great marketing partners that you guys have worked hard on for the last
Yep.
couple years to get that part of your program in
Yeah.
place, and now you got 2 cars, good team,
Absolutely. Lucky, that's for sure.
another championship.
That's what we're shooting for.
Shooting for?
Yeah, I know. Floyd at NECS really wants it. So he wanted it last year, and so we figured we'd go for it.
You and Evan, that was touch and go.
Like I said, I wasn't even worried about it at the last race of the year. I was just trying to make sure I got a good finish in that car, just so we can get a notebook for it for this year.
It
Just fell that way.
it's too early. We haven't even had our first race yet.
I know,
And
we've been
talking
playing the
about,
rain dance every weekend.
Points, but just go win races, and the points take care of themselves.
Right.
That's it in a nutshell.
Biggest thing's being consistent. That's for
Yep.
sure. I mean, that's something I learned over the years. Is consistency is key.
I mean, how much do these notes work though when we are still going into June and it's 21 degrees outside?
Well, I mean,
oh my God,
we might get a little snow on the ground this weekend.
I did. And we were just
I'll
talking
stud
about
the American
that.
racers for this weekend.
But when it's cool like this, so the motors run good.
They go faster.
Oh, the track is fast. real
Track's fast.
Yeah.
A lot of bite in the racetrack.
I actually
Track's
prefer
fast.
it being colder because
Yeah.
I don't sweat as bad inside the race car. I'm not on lap 75 with sweat dripping into my eyes.
Is that your ideal time is to run when it's cold, or?
Yeah, I prefer the colder side. I know my crew doesn't. My grandfather in specific, he always wants a torpedo heater in the trailer and likes to stay warm.
I don't blame them.
He always makes fun of me, but it is what it is.
When we went down to what is it? Wall. We went down for the turkey derby.
Sure.
That's a
and
cold one.
We had plastic. We had heaters. I brought both of my heaters. I got those little buddy ones. And the little.
This year
It was freezing.
This year you're just gonna stay here and do our Turkey Day Classic here instead of going to Wall.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
come
know.
on,
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot of race traveling that we're doing this year. So
Who knows?
Hey, you gotta love it. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I was watching you. I was cooking on my grill. I was watching you out doing practice. I was going to invite you guys up, but then we ate it all. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
So you were at the gamble until Mother Nature didn't allow us to do that.
Yep.
I know Ben and John are working. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's an opportunity, and I'm not speaking for Ben or John whatsoever, so don't think that at all. But to reschedule an event of that magnitude is really, really difficult.
Right.
Especially when you finding open dates and so forth and so on, and working with the cities to get the dates approved. And
Right.
so I'm sure they'll have I don't know. I haven't even seen. I haven't talked to John. I've been busy up here.
I haven't talked to John either.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly for sure, but I'm sure they'll have an announcement very soon whether they're going to get it rescheduled or not.
Fingers crossed they do. I was really looking forward to that one this year.
Yeah, it's really hard though to find dates to do anything
especially
like that.
That too, and all the other series have their schedules
Yeah,
out and everything.
that's
So
what
now
I mean.
you got to work.
Finding an open date.
Yeah.
You're always stepping on someone's foot, whether you're trying to or not.
Right.
So maybe next year, I don't know. Ben's had nothing but weather problems with that event for the 2 years he done it.
That's
You know?
right.
Maybe you get it out of the spring and try to do it in the summer, but it's
He's
it's just so hard to find dates that work
He's got
for
to feed
everybody.
off of Star Speedway a little bit because it seems it doesn't rain over a Star
Yeah.
Speedway. So he's got to figure out what Weber's
know?
got going on over there.
So
We were down there on Sunday. It did rain, but it
did?
was a little bit, yes.
No, they still race though.
Yeah, yep. Carlos won, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Took the banana down and won with that car down there. So that was a fun trip down there as well. But yeah, they had the rain roll in there too.
And my time racing at Star, it started, I don't know, I'd like to say 2015 when I ran a Bandolero there for the first time. Since
What's a
then-
Bandolero like on that track?
Well, so when I was running Bandoleros, they didn't have restrictor plates.
Okay.
And
popped off again.
It's still going though.
Yeah.
We have audio.
I was wide open at Star in a Bandolero. Never lifted once. We did Star, we did Groveton. That was another one we did. I remember I actually like doing the Bandoleros. I went down to Seekonk and tested a Bandolero for them, and because they wanted to know if it needed a restrictor plate or not. So I did it unrestricted. I told them it's fun, but someone's gonna get hurt, so we got to definitely put a restrictor plate in those.
Those things fly.
They absolutely do. I remember when we did road course with them, they had to put a chicane on the front stretch of the road course. We're going so fast.
Did you ever run a Bando Hudson?
Nope.
So-
Never did that.
Legend car Hudson?
I did Legend Cars.
Legend cars, yeah.
Yep.
What do you think of running pro stocks at Hudson?
Do
you like it?
Come
on.
It's a love-hate thing, right?
Yeah.
I run decent there, but I just myself, like the track, I don't know, for some reason I just can't bring myself to like it. It is so.
You got to feather the.
And that's one thing I'm actually surprisingly pretty good at. Yeah. But I don't know. I've had a lot of fun races there, though, especially with Joey Pole.
Yeah.
Racing with Joey Pole's fun. Always fun. Guy that I know isn't going to wreck my stuff. And,
Right.
so I can have a good time racing with him hard.
You've had good runs there.
Yeah, I absolutely have.
So how did
I don't know. That's just how it works for me. I never liked Seekonk, down in Seekonk, and I'd always show up on a whim. I'd be in school on Thursday. My dad would call me, "Hey, you want to go race at Seekonk tomorrow?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah.
And we'd go down, and I hated that place with passion, but I always won there.
Yeah.
It's just something that's weird. Like this place. With this place, too.
Yeah, I mean this is a kind of a track, and the guys from Maine. I mean they struggled when they come here when they first started coming here.
There's no other place like it.
And a lot of guys they come once and they don't come back because they got their ass kicked, and they're not used to getting their ass kicked.
Luckily for me, before I got in the pro stocks, I ran a Legend car here and a
Sure.
Bandolero a couple times.
Yeah.
So I knew kind of how to get around here.
Yeah,
But I still.
But once you figure it out, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
now I figured it out and I'm
really,
starting to
really
enjoy
fun.
it. The racing's fun, it's a blast racing here. But for me, I just love Star Speedway.
Yeah.
I
It's
love that place.
funny because everybody always says the track is so weird. Where I grew up here.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the track that
You
I
think it's
grew up
perfectly
at.
normal.
I went to other tracks. I was like, wait, all four corners are the same?
Yeah.
What's going on
Yeah.
here?
It's like when the guys from Southern New England go to Beech Ridge or Oxford, and Beech Ridge unfortunately isn't here anymore. But the guys from down here, when they go up there, 98% of the time they get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing when the guys from Maine come down here because the tracks are different.
They are.
I mean, and they're the only racetrack in Maine that I raced at that what I considered normal was Unity
Yeah.
because it had straightaways and corners. We go to 95 a couple times a year with the
you're
Granite
full.
State.
It's left the whole way.
I raced there once, and I hated every lap I was on the racetrack.
Isn't Oxford
Oxford,
basically
it's
in
a big
the
circle.
turn the entire
It's
time?
a big circle. It's a big circle.
I tried that
was,
in iRacing, and I was like, yeah, this.
Yeah.
I was nowhere near smart enough to race at Oxford.
I liked Oxford in the Legend car. I won a lot of races at Oxford in the Legend car. But
Do you do the full track with the Legend or that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but there in the Legend car, the fastest way around there in the Legend car wasn't, letting it sweep. You hug the curb there and you stay. You come maybe 2 cars up off the curb down the backstretch, and you go straight. And
Yep.
then you hug the curb again.
Huh.
And that was a fast way around there in the Legend car. You don't sweep it because you kill so much speed out there.
I've never been. That's one of the tracks.
It was fun in the Legend car. I hear everybody talk about it with these things. It's very, you could be very good 1 second, and then the weather changes, and then you're very slow the next second. I just don't like playing that game. And it's far for us. That's 3 hours. I'll go to Bangor just because that's fun. But
So I'm in this whole phase of my life from checking off racetracks.
yeah.
So we were actually how far? Maybe 3.5 hours into heading to Utica Rome.
Yep.
And I'm texting
It's
the
only
track.
4 hours to go to Utica Rome.
Yeah, we were almost there.
Yeah, I can say.
Because we're actually heading up to Oswego first to
Yeah.
drop the dogs off and then come back. And I'm texting the guy. I'm like, you sure it's not raining? Because it's raining where we are. He's like, nope, good to go, good to go. And then all of a sudden, look down at the phone. It's canceled. I was like, come on. So he just spun back around and came. That would have been another cool one to see.
Rain's been killing a lot of races this year. I mean,
It's been
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Did you see the
It's
video
just-
of Lancaster?
No.
You didn't see that video?
No.
Oh my gosh! It started raining, and they dropped the green flag for the street
Oh,
stop.
I did see
and
that.
Every
The
single
entire
car in the
field.
field wrecked. We actually had that happen down in Florida. We were running Winter Nationals down there in Legend cars. It wasn't my heat race, but I was on the grid watching onto the track. You could only see turn 3 through the green flag, and I watched probably 7, 8 Legend cars. Every single one of them, except for 2 of them, up into the wall.
That's a race director's worst nightmare.
Also, INEX actually ended up helping pay for some of the damages. I was like, why would you send them green? I'm sitting there on the grid and I'm watching water.
See, I don't know
thick.
what happened at Lancaster. I was out there the weekend before.
I put a lot of the blame, as a driver, it's raining.
Yeah,
the track's wet.
did it? It was it the perfect storm when did it open up as soon as when
I
they
don't
came
know.
out of
I mean, the
four?
track was soaked.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
It'd be weird.
Well, you can't look. It's hard to look at the front stretch of Lancaster because it's a drag strip.
Well, there's prep on it too,
And
right?
there's
So prep makes
on
it look shiny.
So the prep makes it look shiny
don't know.
anyway. So
All I know is that was a horrible incident.
Oh,
There's
it's
a lot of money
It
that
happened
just
down
got
at
washed away.
Loudon a couple years ago, too, when Kyle Busch
Yeah,
went into
right,
turn 1
right.
and went head on into the wall with the car.
right.
So.
That's like I said. That's a race director's worst nightmare.
Right.
You're 99% of the time you're inside and you're looking and it's not raining and you're not having anybody in the ear saying it's raining. So you're absolutely under the impression that the track's good and
You would
say-
think at that point someone would be like, "Hey guys, it's raining."
So that's my point.
Yeah,
So if that message never gets back to the race director and he's inside, or at Claremont, we're fortunate enough we have a stoop outside so we can walk outside and like
Oh,
that.
trust me, Dylan's out there with my camera. The second the rain starts, he's like, "It's raining," and I'm getting cold. Instantly.
So you can go out and have a better idea, but a lot of the racetracks we go to, you don't have that ability to do that. So you're counting on.
And the lights actually kind of hide the rain sometimes too.
Yes.
You really can't see it.
Yep. But anyways, we got sidetracked a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's racing. It's what it is. It's been a rainy, cold year. Can you believe we're going into June and we're talking about possibility of snow? And we've had how many races canceled so far? Not just us. Everywhere.
We've got 4 out of 5 in. So
You've gotten pretty lucky
we
here.
can't complain
Yeah, I
at
can't
all.
say I've gotten 4 out of 5.
No, run a different division. You would.
Oh, it seems like Pass keeps canceling too up at Oxford. They only ran that star race, and that was it.
Yeah.
Put yourself back in a street stock and see what happens.
I've always wanted to drive one.
Well, you stick with the pro stock. Don't leave Mike's series, but put yourself in a super
I
street.
think we'll just let Mike drive my car and let Mike race for my stuff, and I'll go run a street stock.
I keep telling you.
You got
no.
2, right?
I do got to.
Maybe one of them could be the 66.
No, it'll cost me $100,000.
It wouldn't cost you anything to drive it.
Yeah, it wouldn't cost you nothing.
Unless you wrecked it.
Next season would cost him that.
No.
Yeah, right.
I'm perfectly content doing what I'm doing right now.
Any plans ever of getting back again?
No,
No.
I've already tried this.
no, never say never, but no,
See?
Oh,
wait a minute.
So you're saying there's a chance?
no.
I don't believe you. I've seen that look on your face before.
I'm trying to remember where the last place I raced.
Well, it's got-
Oh, it was Jennerstown.
No,
I saw you race a red car down at
I
Jennerstown.
drove the crazy horse car, Jennerstown. I think it was Lake Erie. I think we went to the ROC race at Lake Erie.
Matt Monahan said he's going to ride.
Yeah, thank you, Matt, but I'll pass. Thank you.
Somebody actually asked too, who was in that Roger Raymond car?
Joey Kendall.
See, that's what my guess was too.
Yeah, Joey will be here Sunday with the Grand Estate Series.
Pretty slick looking car. I saw that come down the hill. I was like, ooh, that does not look like a mini stock. It does not look like a modified.
Yeah,
So I didn't know
it's
what it
pretty
was going
cool
to be.
to see Roger's old bus, the
Yes.
same bus that they had for how many years? Forever.
Yeah, as long
And-
as I remember. Jeff Murray says you're washed up.
No, I am. I'll be the first to admit that. Sure. Yeah. Sometimes you get out when it's time.
And sometimes a year
I
after.
think there's one more in you. I think you got one
There's
left
no
in you.
question in my mind that I could still race. I just not in the position where I want to do it anymore.
If there was only somebody at the top of the hill that had a bunch of race cars,
Nope. Ain't happening.
I'd love to see it. I would love to see it.
We'll get it to happen.
Ain't happening. Sorry,
What else
guys.
you got coming up on your agenda this year?
Not much, really, anything. I mean, other than
Where are we after here? I don't even know.
yes,
95.
yeah,
Yeah, we're at
'cause-
95.
Yep, so
June-
it's
I think
95, and
June
then it's
20th.
to
Trying to look up your schedule right now.
No,
Back here. I think we're back,
back
here
here?
in July.
I don't really remember.
I don't
I
even
just
know.
looked at my schedule too because I was trying to figure out what we had going on.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Because I go from here and then I'll be at Star, and then I think in between there's no race for that, so I'm going to try and go to Wiscasset actually because we're going to try the Boss Hog this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go to Wiscasset and see what it's like up there in a big car. And
I think we go to 95
You
June
go
20th or 21st.
21st at 95. Then you're got the Gate City Classic at Hudson on the 29th.
The 29th, yeah.
that's what
Back
it is.
here on the 11th.
Yep.
Over to Monadnock on the 19th.
Now I'm excited for that one.
Leave
Yeah,
the
it'll be fun to
25th.
get back to Monadnock.
Same with Groveton now that it's repaved. That's going to be fast.
August 2nd up at Riverside.
Yeah.
And the only thing that
I'm-
scares me is no wall in turn 1 and 2. I saw a car years ago come over that. It was a 4-cylinder back when they had the kids division that raced those like mini stocks. Back then, he come off narrowly missed the wall where the tractor tire is on turn 2 and almost landed in a hauler.
I'm a little concerned about tires with the fresh pavement up there, but they got the Keith Morris. I think that's the right
we'll
name.
see how they do, right?
Memorial. Yeah, that's June 13th.
Yeah, that place
big late model
That
race,
place was
so-
rough before. Like the pavement was rough.
Oh yeah, no,
Chatting your teeth out of your head. You know?
Because you're there on the 2nd of August.
Yeah.
And then you move up to Speedway 95 on the 13th of September. And I'm going to mess this one up.
Autodrome Chaudier.
So
on
what's
September 27th.
what's the deal with that? Is that still for sure going on?
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, the last time we talked, you were trying to get a list together of who was going.
No,
to see
we're
if-
fine.
Okay,
We're
so I got to
absolute-
get my passport. Then.
I've been telling everybody
All right,
for
I'll get it.
You
Yes.
don't need your passport to leave.
Yeah,
You
No, you
just
need to get
needed
back
to come
in.
back.
Yeah, just get your passports.
I'll go do that.
Yeah.
Mike was ready to leave me at the border. I knew he was not. He's like, I don't care. I'm going home.
That place looks really cool, and I'm
Yeah.
excited for that one.
Yeah.
and then
It'll be
October
fun.
5th, you wrap it up at Lee.
yeah,
Oktoberfest weekend, one of my favorite weekends of the year.
yeah. So, well, all right. I thank you for hanging out for a while.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
We will let you go
All right.
get loaded up.
Yeah.
Unless you
Yeah,
got,
I don't
unless-
know. He
unless-
might have had Matt.
He might
help him.
Matt
so.
help him, yeah. So,
So.
all right. I
right.
appreciate you coming down.
You're loaded
Yeah,
up.
absolutely.
I think you see you loaded.
Yeah. So
I
tell
don't
him
know.
tell him he's got to buy dinner on the way home.
Oh, we definitely got to stop and eat something. That's
Yeah.
sure. I'm hungry.
All
so.
right. Thanks,
All right.
Casey. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you very much. All right, Mike, talk for a minute 'cause I don't know what's Mike. I got to mute here.
Yo.
Not that one.
Okay. That one.
There we go.
Okay. We good. So, anyways, where are we at?
I lost my headset here. There we go.
Okay.
So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was spur of the moment. But
Do apologize for you guys that unfortunately, new studio means audio equipment and problems and stuff from time to time, but we're rolling with it. That's
we're
all you can
rolling
do.
with it. Hey, one thing I want to touch base on well, I don't forget because my memory sucks. Any Friday night spectators, bring your ticket on Sunday, and you'll receive a $5 discount at the front gate. Anybody, same thing for the fans at Monadnock Speedway on Saturday night. Bring your grandstand admission ticket to the front gate, and you'll receive a $5 discount on the day on Sunday. So
Excellent. So bring your ticket.
Save
from
$5.
Friday. Save $5.
Yep.
Bring it. Hell, that's awesome.
yeah, so
Catch even more racing for even cheaper.
yep, yeah, that's hope. So we want to talk weather on Friday?
Do we have to?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you got to.
So, okay, guys, it's Wednesday, just like it is every week. And what are we going to do if it rains on Friday? What are we going to do if it rains on Friday?
I do want to take a minute and say thank you to everybody who always posts, like, it's going to rain this weekend. Like, because I don't have a weather app on my phone. Mike doesn't have one on his phone either. And, I love seeing that message come through 9,000 times.
So we will, just like I say, every week, we will make the best decision for the speedway and for the competitor as possible.
You've done a pretty good job this year with running all but one so far.
That's all we can do. We'll look at it. Listen, I'm not going to get people here and have a shitty night. Have the fans have a shitty experience. Have the competitors have a shitty experience. And it's just not worth it for anybody. So we'll watch the weather and do what we feel is the best interest of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Mother Nature is nothing that we can control.
Nothing that we can control.
So coming up on Friday, you got NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Racing Series in action. You have the 604 mods, the Super Streets, the Outlaw Late Models, Ridge Runners, and Pure Stocks. So that should be a fun evening.
Ace Tex Tire and Auto 604 mods. The R.E.
Hinckley Super Streets. We got to put that on here.
Yes,
is what we got to do.
Yes, we do.
We got to update that stuff.
So actually, speaking of the modified class,
the JP Trucking Ridge Runners and the. Help me out with the Pure Stocks.
Come on, they've been there for 5 years.
LaValle Building Supply Pure Stocks. They're probably the longest running sponsor of this track.
Yeah, absolutely. So our modified class grew by 1 this week. I got a phone call from the Pat Notes. Todd will be here on Friday night.
So, excellent.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, that's another solid competitor that will compete for wins every time he's here.
100%.
So you put him and Brian and Andrew and Brad Zahinski and everybody that's running. I mean,
is Colton running here weekly now too?
As far as I know, Colton's running weekly. So I mean, it's coming. It's coming.
It's growing. That's all you can ask for. So
yep.
Moving over to Sunday, Mike's race.
Yeah. MDP Motorsports Promotions. It's one of our yearly, we do 2 yearly events here at the Speedway, Memorial Day and Sunday Labor Day. We'll do a 125-lap Granite State Pro Stock Series race and the 60-lap Todd Martell Memorial, which we included with a 6-pack series race. We kind of combined the two. Originally, we were going to do the Todd Martell Memorial on Friday night and then come back with a 6-pack series race on Sunday for a good payday for that class on both nights. But the more I thought about it, asking those teams to have a $1,200 or $1,300 tire bill for the weekend didn't make any sense.
No, not at all.
So we decided to combine the Todd Martell race with our 6-pack series race, able to up the purse a little bit more with that, and then do our regular Friday night show on Friday night. Now, both events are point races, too. So both events are point races. The Sunday race, we will use the plus-minus qualifying system, and we'll just go from there. And we got our first Enduro of the year, which we moved that from, I think, the opening weekend we had it scheduled, but it didn't fit. It didn't fit right, so we moved it, and so our first Enduro was Sunday night.
Quite a few people excited about it in chat over there too. So
and then we got the 6 shooters, and the guys are listen. I gotta thank the Millers a lot. They are working their ass off trying to help with this division. And I've had some interest from a bunch of other people because there's nobody else is running 6-shooters this weekend. So this Sunday's the only race for the 6-shooters in the
Good
area.
chance to come out and check out the track.
Come out and
event
have
here.
some fun. Monday's a holiday. You get to see a good pro stock race and the 60-lap Tal Martel race as well. And then the other part is the Valley Building Supply Pure Stocks, which I say it every time I watch that class race. I think we have the absolute best pure stock division of anywhere in New England.
Oh, 100%.
Those guys just race. They race clean. They race hard. And the racing has been phenomenal in that division. It just doesn't matter how fast the cars are going. If the racing's good, the racing's good.
I don't even think it's going to make me sound weird, but it's not even about the speed.
No,
I love
absolutely
seeing
not.
the racing happen
As
out
long
there.
as long as the racing's good, it
Yes.
doesn't matter how fast they are.
Oh, 100%.
Also on Friday too, we got one of the 206.
I thought it was
champs.
the junior champs.
Yeah,
is what I saw.
Yeah, the
That's
junior
what I was
champs
looking up.
from
I
the
didn't write
Claremont
it down.
Karting Series. They'll kick the program off with I think a 20-lap feature. I think it was 20 laps. That'll be the first event right at 7:00.
I love watching them out there.
Yeah, it's fun.
Remember those names because you're going to see them
You're
in a
gonna see
couple of
them in the
years out here
future.
running
Absolutely.
bigger vehicles.
I think the first week in June we're going to move our starting time back to 7:30.
Okay.
Going to see how this week goes, but I think that's what we're going to do. I've had multiple conversations with competitors. We run our program well enough where we can still be out of here at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you there.
I mean, if we're out of here at 10:30, I'm okay with that. After 10:30, I'm not okay with that.
I mean, growing up when I was a kid,
We were
would
here
get
to
home
midnight.
To midnight,
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so, but that's not what we don't want to be
No.
here that late at all. But it's Friday night. That extra half hour for competitors and for fans
Helps get them here.
helps get them here. They can go home after work and take a shower, do whatever you got to do at home, and still have plenty of time. Listen, let's be honest. A majority of our spectator base is within a 25-mile radius of Claremont, so they can go home, do whatever they got
what
to
they need to do.
and still come for that.
So I have a couple of people asking about broadcasting. So we will be broadcasting Race Day TV this Friday and this Sunday, right here from Claremont Motorsports Park. We will not be broadcasting from Hudson Speedway on Monday. So moving over to that, if you want to go see the Memorial Day Mayhem Thrill Show, where you can kick off Memorial Day weekend with Memorial Day Mayhem at Hudson Speedway on Monday, May 26th. This high-energy event will feature the long-awaited return of the Outlaw late models. You guys asked to have those come back. They're going down to Hudson this Monday, bringing intense racing action to a track. Alongside the Outlaws, expect a full card of smash-em-up racing events, including demolition-style races that will have fans on the edge of their seats. It's a perfect way to celebrate the holiday with thrilling racing and unforgettable moments. They got flagpole race, Hudson Heroes, Hudson Hippos, Pro V8s, Mini Cups, 4-cylinder Enduro, the Hudson Hornets, a V6 and 8-cylinder Enduro, and a figure 8.
So I've talked to a bunch of the Outlaw guys. I think it's going to work very well. I know Bobby Melvin will be there. Talked to Frankie Eldridge the other day. Frankie's busting his ass trying to get his Outlaw done to be there on Monday. And I know a lot of the Claremont guys are going down. So I mean, it's a good way to help continue to build the Outlaw program.
I mean, this is what people ask for. And This is what you're going to get. You have to show the support if you want to see more of these races happen. So
Yeah, I mean,
and that race will only be live. It will not be on Race Day TV. So if you want to see it, you have to go down there. Are you broadcasting Hudson next Sunday for the 604 mods? Yes, we will be. So the thrill shows and stuff like that, that's something that you guys need to experience in person. It doesn't do it justice to be on Race Day TV. It's hard to see what's going on.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff going on in a race like that to follow it with cameras and make it worthwhile.
Yeah,
so.
and listen, and we do Race Day TV. We want people at the racetrack.
Yeah.
And there's going to be nights that we don't have Race Day TV here at Claremont. There's going to be
the following Friday we will not be here. We'll be at Lee.
You'll be at Lee. So I mean, you still need to come to the races.
Yep.
I mean, that's this is something we're trying. We're going to bounce it around a little bit. And
if you want to
make
check
everything
out
work.
Fallen Members weekend from the last Hudson race, that is now available. If you guys have not checked out racedaytv.com, That race is available for free on there right now. We actually had Nick Tito tape it from Yankee Racer. There was some audio issues. There was no ticker, but it's absolutely free of charge for you on racedaytv.com. You can go check out that race.
And that's something that you're going to do this
Yep.
weekend as well. So it might not be available Monday or Tuesday, but within a week, usually within a week or so, that event will be on Race Day TV.
Nick's nice enough
free of charge.
to do that for us, so I'm not going to bust his chops on
absolutely.
if it takes him a couple days to get it done. He's a one-man operation,
Yep.
so... You guys go on to Monday, fun day at Hudson. We will not be there. You can be there though. Go make sure to check it out. So.
That's right. So what's next? What's after?
We have dueling dates. We have both Claremont and Hudson running.
Claremont and Hudson.
Claremont and Lee running. So
Okay, you got me confused.
yep. Sorry.
for a minute. Yeah.
NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts weekly racing series here. You have the late models. You have the R.E. Hinckley Super Streets, the Mini Stocks, the J.P. Trucking Ridge Runners, and the LaValle Building Supply Pure Stocks. Over at Lee is Friday Night SmackDown.
Ooh, Friday Night SmackDown.
Yes. I'll actually probably have SmackDown on in the trailer as well.
Surprise, surprise.
If anybody's never been in my trailer, I actually have a TV that sits right here that I can watch whatever I want on. Sometimes it's racing, sometimes it's not. Join us for an exciting night of racing action on Friday, May 30th, as Lee USA Speedway welcomes back one of the most thrilling divisions in short track racing, the 350 SMAC Small Block Super Modifieds. These powerful machines will make their return to the 3/8 mile oval to battle for supremacy, bringing high-speed excitement to fans in the stands. And the night of this fast-paced, heart-pounding racing, perfect for fans of all ages. Do not miss your chance to see the return of the Small Block Super Modifieds. Also have the Super Streets, the Ridge Runners, the Six Shooters, and the Crown Vics in action that night.
Yeah, the 350s. Then
Sorry, guys, that was a mouthful
that's
there.
mouthful. Then they'll be here at Claremont June 20th. I think it's June 20th.
I didn't print that far ahead.
No, that's right. No, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Yeah, because the 13th we have MRS returns.
Yep.
Modified Racing Series returns the 13th, and the following weekend. God, we're gonna be the 4th of July before we know it. Following weekend is SMAC, and then we go right back to our fireworks program June 27th.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, it's
Sorry, I'm kind of going out in the future here a little more, just so I can every week talk about what's coming on. So I got a couple weeks worth of stuff because I want you guys to mark this one down on your calendar. June 1st at Hudson Speedway is the Choppy Voblin Memorial
Absolutely.
return of the Modifieds. You guys, the Modifieds run great down there. You guys asked for it. Join us for the Choppy Baldwin Memorial on June 1st at Hudson Speedway as we honor the legacy and beloved figure in racing community, Choppy Baldwin. The special event will feature the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series House Divisions along with the 604 Modifieds. It's a night filled with intense competition and a tribute to a great racing legend. You have the Sportsman Modifieds, the Super Streets, the Ridge Runners, Six Shooters, Pure Stocks, and the Thunder Lights.
Is that a 100 lap?
It usually is. I don't know because it is not marked down here and it's not built in the back end of the system yet. So
Okay.
I'm not 100% positive, but it usually is a 100 lap race.
Yeah, I was just curious.
All right. You guys have any other questions or any of that?
Anybody? Listen, we know we're doing the show from up here at Claremont because we have practice on Wednesdays, and it just works. But anybody from Star, Hudson, Lee, just reach out. If you guys want to be on the show, we'll figure it out. Whether we do it virtually,
Yeah, we can bring you in virtually as well. So.
Yeah, so don't think that we're changing things around. Everything's still the same.
It works good because you have a night like this where we had two guests scheduled. They both canceled, and Mike literally just went in the pits and grabbed Casey Collins and said, come with me.
Yeah.
They're already running here every week. I wouldn't mind getting a couple go-kart people on as well.
Well,
coming
that's
up in the
we
future
had
as well,
that
so.
we had that kind of set up tonight with Brian with the thing, but something happened, so we'll figure it out and get them on in the future.
That's all that I have. That's the best part about this show. Sometimes it's 40 minutes, sometimes it's an hour. It all goes off. We're not going to sit here and banter for no reason. We're going to be talking. It's talking with a purpose from now on, moving forward with the show, and we're going to have guests on and talk about racing because this is what we want. I like the background view of the racetrack. That's right, because it's a lights out lounge. Unfortunately, you can see the reflection of our light in here in the mirror. So if I come, I'll come if there's pizza and beers.
There's pizza logs and there's beer in the tavern.
I think Kyle Templeton wants to come in and watch the show. Come on the show. He said if
Oh,
he
he
brings
could-
pizza and beer.
yeah,
I mean, you can bring
Kyle-
your own pizza and beer.
Yeah, Kyle's more than welcome anytime.
I mean,
So-
we brought Chester down food off the grill.
Yeah, so tell Kyle next Wednesday if he wants to come on the show. Well,
Kyle, next Wednesday, right here.
you know,
Maybe 8 o'clock-ish, I think is what we're going to try to
we're
do.
gonna try to do it at 8:00 just because we practice till 7:30. Then we're not running around like a moron.
Mike was texting me. He's like, I'm running late. I was like, perfect, because I want to really finish eating my dinner. So it worked out perfect.
Oh, I haven't even eaten yet. Thanks.
Come on up. Hope just made a whole thing of shepherd's pie,
Oh,
and it was
sweet.
delicious. So
Okay.
everything off the grill's gone. Chester got the last plate full. So.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle
All right.
Templeton will be here.
Okay.
Perfect. We'll be in
All right.
touch this week. So hopefully you're not just saying that and you come on the show.
Yeah.
So.
Well, our goal is to have a couple people every week, 10, 15 minutes, kind of like what we did with Casey. Shoot the shit, push your sponsors, talk about whatever you want to talk about, and upcoming events at the speedways, recaps. We haven't really had nothing to recap because
It takes off a whole segment of the show.
It does. It absolutely does.
And the
So-
best part is, ever since I smacked the mixer, it hasn't went off again.
Oh,
It
is
just
that
took
what
one
you
little-
did?
I went
Yeah.
over. I
Yeah.
went over and smacked it. and
Yeah, I
started
thought
working
you were going to
again.
throw it out the window for a second, but
I've been taught recently to just take a deep breath,
yeah,
breathe.
yeah.
Otherwise, it would have went out the window.
Yeah.
Mark of 2 years ago would have tossed it. It would have hit the track. So, all right, that's all
Okay.
we got for this week. We'll see you next week, guys. Have a great
All right,
one.
guys.
Come join us.
Don't forget, bring your
Yes.
spectator gates, spectator
Tickets.
tickets, $5 off. Okay, that's it.
Have a good one. See ya.
Later.